Hello and welcome to the channel. I am your host, Travieso Americano. Please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe down below. Do all those algorithmic-y things that make the channel successful on YouTube. Today we're going to take a little bit of a look on the Little Mermaid race swap controversy that Disney has found itself in. Yet another controversy for Disney. And we're going to take a crystal ball and look into the future of that movie and see where that goes and where that takes us. But first, I want to wish everybody a happy opening day or opening weekend for the NFL. I am rocking my Broncos hat. I'm a Broncos fan. And then I'm a fantasy football fan, so I'm rocking my Jamar Chase jersey. I followed him in LSU. I'm a big LSU fan, and I have him in Dynasty. So happy NFL Day. As I say, like the players, like the plays, like the teams, hate the executives and their wokeness. But in any case, the D23 Expo is here, and Disney has ratcheted up the controversy once again with the announcement of their new racist live-action Little Mermaid movie. And for those that don't know, the D23 Expo is a fan event held by Disney. Essentially what they do is they trot out their upcoming books, movies, television shows, all that sort of thing for the fans, and it kind of just shows everybody the future of Disney, what's coming up. And what Disney did was they watched what was happening at San Diego Comic-Con, thought, hey, we could make money doing this for our fans, and they went ahead and did it. And great for them. If you can make money off something creative, all the better, especially for the fans. However, I am not sure how long they're going to be able to afford to put on events like the D23 Expo, and I'm not sure how much longer fans are going to attend them, even if they do. Disney in the last decade or so, has politicized their brand. They've created woke content time and time again, and they have bashed their fans over and over again for not liking that woke content they continue to put out there. And the stock has noticed. The stock prices have been in retreat for a decade. And that's what happens when you portray yourself as a family-friendly company, and then you side with, I'm not sure I can use this word anymore because of censorship, but we'll call them dog hair cutters. When you side with dog hair cutters who demand lewd material be in the classroom of kindergarten children, yes, when you side with those maniacs and you think you're family-friendly, your stock's going to go down. And it has been declining for 10 years, over a decade, and I don't think that's going to change with this racist Little Mermaid live-action movie. Just come up with new material. Why do you have to race swap and trot out the same old ideas you've had? Make up something new. It's easy. But, I will say this, and let's take down Mr. Gore there. The actress playing Ariel, she looks great. She really does. She looks amazing. She sounds amazing. But this is just another version. So they've been doing this for a long time, for 100 years now. But this is just another version of the racist cinematic ploy Hollywood pioneered in the 1920s silent blackface movies. So this was started back in the 20s by Hollywood, and it hasn't changed. They haven't changed it. They've just changed how they present it. So this is racist. There's no to and or but about it. This is racist. If there can be Hispanic white nationalists like the media claims, it's silly. Then this is racist. And for a company who claims to be so diverse, to be so woke, for a company that claims to be so woke, Disney historically has made one racist decision after another, including this one. People right now may say this isn't racist, but I think in retrospect, history will tell you otherwise. Just like, go look up I don't remember the name of the movie, but go look up Briar Rabbit, that movie that Disney made. And talk about racism. Woo! When you make racist decision after racist decision, and you continue to modify blackface again and again in different ways, at some point everyone knows you're doing it on purpose. And I think at this point Disney's doing it on purpose. But anyway, let's take a look in the crystal ball and see the future, the journey that this Disney Little Mermaid live action movie is going to take. And first off, Disney's anticipating the backlash. So they know it's coming. They have a playbook. We'll get to that in a minute. They have a playbook. They know what's happening. Nothing's new here. This race swapping, this racist gimmick that they're using, this is just something to entice viewers to watch something that Disney puts out there. Anything really at this point. Disney's cratering, like I said. You know, they bought Marvel and they bought Star Wars. And both of those franchises are circling the drain now after Disney's only had them a couple of years. Circling the drain. Star Wars was one of the biggest franchises for decades. Disney spent multiple billions of dollars to bring it into their stable. And since they've gotten it, they've run it straight into the ground. Kathleen Kennedy, the Force is female with her t-shirt. The Force is female. No, you're just a misandrist. You're just anti-male. And no one likes it. No one likes your movies. The whole time you've been there, no one likes your movies. No one likes what you do. And so they've driven it into the ground. Instead of making good apolitical content, no, that wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough to be apolitical. No, we all needed a socialist sermon from these people. That's what we needed. That's what the viewers wanted. A socialist sermon. Getting in Marvel too. No one's watching this stuff. And you know who's digging the grave of these franchises? You know who the one digging the grave is for these once much ballyhooed, once money printing franchises? It's Buzz Lightyear digging the grave. Disney changed out the Buzz Lightyear actor. They changed it from Tim Allen that everybody loved, that made Buzz Lightyear great, but his personal politics were just too conservative for Disney. Just too conservative. They couldn't have Tim Allen. So who do they get? They get Chris Evans. And what happens? The viewers say it's awful. And with this, Disney can't claim racism here. Can't claim it in this situation. Should have stuck with Tim the Toolman Taylor, you morons. So what will Disney do first? Well, the Hollywood playbook. When Hollywood makes a woke movie that they spend hundreds of millions of dollars on, they have a playbook. They know they're making a bad movie. They know no one's going to watch it. I don't know how they make money on this, but they do. They know they're making a bad movie. So the first thing they do is they call everyone that doesn't like it, at any point, they call them racist and a bigot. That's the first thing they do. They're going to call everyone racist and a bigot who criticizes the movie or criticizes their decision to have this racist race swapping. Race swapping is just another term for blackface. Just another way to blackface. They're going to have this racist race swapping movie that no one wants to watch. No one wants to watch that crap. No one wants to watch your racist nonsense, Disney. See, Disney's trying to virtue signal here, and it's backfiring, but they're trying to virtue signal, but they didn't get the memo from Elon Musk. You see, all that Twitter chatter, all that Twitter noise, those are all bots. Musk uncovered it. They're all bots. You see, there aren't enough leftists that complain on Twitter and online. There aren't enough of those people to fill up all the movie theaters for one night only in the United States, let alone multiple nights, let alone buying the movie on DVD, let alone rewatching it so it can go into syndication. No. There's not enough of those people. They wouldn't be able to fill the movie theaters up one night. But us, normal fans, go look at what happened with Top Gun. We've been filling up those theaters for months. So and they know this. So the only thing they have is, well, we're going to virtue signal and we're going to call you all racist. Apparently, their entire audience is a racist. Their entire intended audience are all bigots. All of us, all bigots. So what's Disney going to do next? When all us bigots criticize them for their bigotry? Next, they're going to pay off all the blue-checked critics that are allowed to post professional reviewer posts on Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb. They're going to pay off all those people. Being a professional movie critic is lucrative. These studios pay those people off constantly. That's why they all have all that money. I mean, I doubt they even see half of these movies. I think they're actually literally given a script, because if you go back to the movies and you look at what everyone says, what all these professional reviewers say, fundamentally it's the same stuff. Fundamentally, even some of the same sentence structure on some of it. It's the same stuff. It's like the Build Back Better. Build Back Better was used across the world almost immediately after the pandemic started. I wonder why that was. I wonder how they got Build Back Better off so quick. And why everyone knew to use the term Build Back Better within weeks. That's a story for a different day. So they're going to go, Disney's going to pay those people off. Of course, there are going to be likes and dislikes on IMDb and on Rotten Tomatoes, and those are going to be ratioed. What ratioed means is that the dislikes are going to be up here and the likes are going to be way down here. And of course, once again, because they're ratioed, Disney is going to call us bigots and racist, just because we are critical of the movie. And so because of that, these websites will protect Disney's fragile ego. Corporations have the most fragile ego. It's amazing. You'd think with the discorporation of voices of decisions in a corporate setting, meaning with each individual making different decisions, that no one would be 100% responsible, so there wouldn't be that ego. Oh, but there's an ego. Man, if you don't like it, they take it seriously, and they feel offended. Real offended. Not fake offended like we were talking about yesterday, rude Rachel Richardson from Duke Volleyball. Not fake offended, real offended. And they make crap. Make good stuff, you won't be real offended. But they won't take that into account. They won't actually make anything real and creative, because you can't be a socialist and be creative. Those two things don't work. That's why China has to steal all our stuff. That's why Soviet Russia stole all our stuff. Because you can't be socialist and be creative. That's where the efficiency problem comes in. It's not just a problem from an economic standpoint. It's a problem from a creativity standpoint. So, on to the movie release. After much name-calling, Disney will release the movie to mostly low viewership and poor reactions. Again, this will ramp up the name-calling and fan-bashing of potential customers. Disney will take to the airwaves, bash, 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 all potential customers. They think, for some reason Disney thinks that their potential customers don't remember them being bashed the last time. They don't understand that there's a cumulative effect, and they're feeling it now, and their stock understands it. Their stock has understood it for 10 years. Unfortunately, the board of directors is too much coward. It's too cowardly to actually make real decisions. My guess is they're pretty woke too, and they don't understand what's going on. They don't understand that people don't want to spend money for their socialist sermons. Whatever. And all of this for a movie that's fundamentally racist, fundamentally blackface. And the black community knows it. They know it's racist, and they're livid. I would be too. Disney, instead of making creative new entertainment, new franchises, new stories for the black community, they just trot out the old crap. Not good enough for Disney to actually make new stuff and create house of mouse, house of ideas. No, they don't have any ideas anymore. They just trot out the same old stuff. And black people in the black community, they want their own stories. They want their own franchises. I would too. I would too. They don't want this old crap. They don't want some basic boomer pumpkin spice drinking white girl hand me down. They don't want that at all. Nobody wants that. I don't want that. They don't want that. But Disney's going to go, you know what? What really worked? What really worked? Oh, all those racist movies we've made in the past. Let's trot that back out again. Let's do that again. No, Disney's fine to insult the black community. They're fine with that. They don't mind. They don't mind because they're getting their socialist sermon out. So long as they're getting their socialist sermon out, everything's fine. Now, that reminds me. Go check out Eric D. July, aka Young Ripa. He is a black content creator here on YouTube, and he is fantastic. He is awesome. He just created a brand new comic book. He did it on GoFundMe. You've probably heard of him. He's been all over the news. He's already made I think close to maybe over $3.5 million. The comics have already shipped. He's already, with this first round of comics, he's already the biggest black comic book creator in the United States. Go check him out. Check out his YouTube channel. Check out his comics. If you want real stories, real franchises, that's where you want to go to. And they are popular because they're new, they're fun, and they're awesome. And go check him out. He's the best. Anyway, let's go back to Disney. Finally, we'll go back to the movie, the journey of this racist Little Mermaid film. Finally, after tanking in the theaters for half a summer, Disney will quietly move it on to Disney Plus. And they'll probably once again at some point continue to bash their potential customers. Now you'll start to see Disney Plus prices starting to inch up. Disney's got to recoup losses from their incremental socialism, right? They've got to recoup those losses somewhere, and those losses are mounting. And you know, they're running out of material for Disney Plus to recoup. Like I said, Star Wars is a train wreck except for The Mandalorian. And so The Mandalorian, we'll see how Ahsoka does, but there's a lot riding on these shows, and there's not a lot left in the tank for Disney if they don't work out. I would not be a Disney stockholder right now. I would be too afraid. Their management has shown no ability to pivot away from this when woke content, when socialism is obviously not a marketable idea, that it has been rejected by your potential customers, and yet you're still bringing it out, you're still trotting it out, still calling them names, and it doesn't make any sense. We were already seeing supposed big budget shows like Kenobi. Kenobi garnered a lot of criticism for its low budget effects, and I watched, and they were low budget. There were some times where I was even, this is a Star Wars show? I mean, it's like CW type of effects. It's like I'm tuning into Smallville again, back in, whenever that aired. So, and I think this is going to continue as the budgets tighten and the stock prices fall. And I've kind of touched on it. Why do companies keep doing this? Why do they keep engaging in this seemingly self-destructive behavior? And it goes into everything that this channel is trying to demonstrate, trying to sort of uncover that's being censored or at least ignored by the media. And that is, and so we'll go into it. It's a long conversation. It's a complex conversation. It touches on a lot of things. So it will probably be a multi-video type experience there. But just to give you a little bit of a concept of it, it's a term I coined a decade or two ago called corporate communism. And what that looks at is the convergence of government, the media, and multinational corporations. And their convergence and their detrimental impact on society, the cronyism, the corruption, inefficiency, all those sorts of things. But in any case, thanks for watching the video today. I hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Do all those algorithmic-y things to make the channel successful, and we'll see you in the next video. Enjoy the games today.